Well, hello, darlings. Welcome back to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. Today, for playtime, I thought we would relax, get ready, and enjoy another chilling tale. The author is my good friend, Ronnie14 on Reddit, and the story is I was assigned to kill evil people. And away we go. I've been sent back to kill bad people. And only the bad. No, I'm not being forced against my will. Just doing what's best for my country. What's best for all of us. The technology where I'm from lets me leap through time, through different eras. The assignments vary. All I get is the name, location, and proof of what crimes they committed in their lifetime. And then comes the simple part, extinguishing the evil. Wipe it from history before it ever happens. The list goes on, but so far I've yet to witness any butterfly effect, yet to see what my missions have led to in the current year. Right now, I just stay focused on the task at hand, ridding the world of its all-time monsters, one at a time. Like a routine morning, such is the speed and spontaneity with which I wake up to a new setting. This one, a cold December afternoon. I stumble around the middle of a forest, past a few clearings, a few campsites, my jeans and green jacket battered by the biting wind. I stole a look at my phone. The GPS said I was getting closer. Finally, I stop and see it. A red Chevy parked about 20 feet away. A 2-lane highway lurking beyond the pickup. Hesitant, I readjusted my glasses, felt sweat drench my curly blonde hair, felt the dread building up inside me, but I had to face these fears again. I took a deep breath, pulled the pistol out of my pocket, its silencer already attached. The gun's cold metal uncomfortable to my trembling touch. Then I marched onward, discreet but quick for this ambush. Glancing all around me, I saw nothing. No one out here but the targets and I. The nearby highway so lonely. The forest a cemetery ready for a well-deserved grave. The closer I got, the more I could see how old the car's style was. A 1952 Chevy. And then I saw wild movement shake it. Heard desperate cries coming from inside. I clenched the gun tighter, lunged toward the window on the driver's side. And there was the evil. A 9-year-old boy with chubby cheeks sat in the passenger seat, a small backpack at his feet. The boy's round little face beyond nervous, his body shaking in the flannel shirt he was wearing. Behind the wheel, a tall man leaned back. He was even chubbier than the boy's cheeks. A dark fedora rested on his head. The man's excitement contrasting the kid's timid hesitation. His smile growing wider and more lecherous as he eyed the boy up and down. Paralyzed by nerves, the kid stayed back. He knew something was wrong with this man. His eyes stayed on the man's lap, but he never once moved. The disgusting man waved the boy in closer. He was trying to entice the boy. His spirits seemed jolly, but in his head, he was picturing the most sickening and disturbing act. Then I made my move. Using the pistol, I tapped on the window. Startled, both the man and the boy faced the gun. They panicked. In a burst, the little boy snatched his backpack and threw open the door. The man struggled to regain his composure and hide any ill intentions toward the boy. He had the nerve to yell at the boy. But the kid wasn't going to listen. In mere seconds, he was out of the truck. Straight into the forest he ran. I banged on the window once more. With the man's full attention, I pointed the pistol down, his perverse pleasure fading. The man lowered the window. Now I was face to face with this disgusting monster. He scanned my muscular frame. His weak white smile and baby blue eyes had no effect on my anger, my duty. Is something the matter? The man asked in a raspy voice. Yeah, I responded. I put the gun to his head. You. Behind a cold glare, I pulled the trigger. The top of the man's head exploded like confetti. Blood, gray matter, the fedora pieces scattered everywhere. The Chevy became a messy mausoleum. The man's corpse fell into the passenger seat. A bleeding crater stuck in his forehead. The evil man's khakis were covered in his own blood. Served him right. His blank eyes looking straight up. A body forever preserved in its sickening final few moments. Holding the gun, I walked off toward the woods, off to where I last saw the boy run, the young victim. I folded my arms to stay warm. Somehow the afternoon got colder, especially the further I journeyed through those deep, dark woods. Up ahead, I saw the boy in a clearing. The kid turned his chubby face around to look at me, his body shivering, tears in his eyes. Staying calm, I jammed the pistol in my pocket. Hey, it's okay, I said. I leaned down in front of him, the kid more vulnerable, all alone, even with no big bad wolf preying on him. I'm sorry, I said, keeping my voice gentle. I didn't mean to scare you. What happened? The boy said, Anxiety conquered his dark eyes. "What are you gonna do?" With a reassuring touch, I placed my hands on his shoulders. "It's okay," I said. I squeezed tighter. "I'm just here to help. That's all." The kid hugged me. His weight almost knocked me back, his strength quite surprising. But his tears only accelerated, as did his sympathetic breakdown. "I didn't do anything," he cried. "I didn't want to. I didn't." Like a loving parent, I rubbed his back. "I know, son," I said. "It's not your fault." I pulled him back, making him face me. "I just want to help," I told the boy. "That's why I'm here." We were out there in the eerie wilderness, the boy struggling to speak. "Hey, he finally said. "I'm sorry." Uneasy, I stared at him. "What do you mean?" I asked. Then I saw what lurked behind him, toward the darkness on the edge of the clearing in those woods. "About what I did," the boy said. 10 feet away, I saw his unzipped backpack lying on the ground, right next to a couple of charred turkeys, each of them burnt alive, their eyes bulging, their dead tongues hanging out in a final gasp for life. One of the turkey's corpses still twitching in a helpless post-mortem rhythm. The weapons were unusual but effective. Tattered balloons, each of them filled to the brim with gasoline by the boy. "I couldn't help it," I heard the kid say, his voice simultaneously innocent and tormented. My horrified gaze drifted down to his fingers, to the box of matches laying beside him. 5 of them were freshly struck. The kid had an executioner's touch at the age of 9. "I had to do something," the kid confessed through a waterfall of tears. "I couldn't do it anymore." Weeping, I faced him, caressed his pudgy little face. "I know, John." The boy's eyes grew bigger, bewildered beyond belief. "How did you know my name?" I didn't answer. Instead, I gripped his shoulder as I stood up. "Just come with me, John. Let's get out of here." Wiping away his tears, John let me lead us back through the woods, past the turkeys, past one of his very first crime scenes. I patted the kid on the shoulder. "You'll be fine, I promise." He gave me a weak smile. He sniffled and said, "What's your name anyway?" "Kay," I said. "And remember, I'm only here to help you, John." Deeper in the forest, I didn't bother holding back the tears, didn't bother suppressing my shivers as my hand reached into the hoodie pocket for the gun. "I'm taking you to a better place," I reassured the boy. 1951 never felt colder. I couldn't even blame the snow, since there wasn't any in Chicago on that day. only the chilling company I made. The looming execution of one John Wayne Gacy, a portrait of a serial killer at a young age I had to erase. Bundy was tough, but this would be even tougher, even more tragic somehow. After all, the ages were the hardest part about the missions. Not executing evil, but having to do so before they reached their malevolent peak when they were just children. And with that, I hope you enjoyed. Well, I don't know if you can enjoy such a disturbing tale, but I hope if you wanted to be disturbed, I hope this was satisfactory because I find it very disturbing, even though it's a great story. And again, this is by a personal friend. Well, actually, a friend of the channel. It's not like we go to coffee together or anything, but a friend of the channel. Great author, Ronnie14. And yeah, this is one of his more disturbing tales, but I just felt, hey, I'm not monetized right now. Why not use this before, I don't know, I could get demonetized for it. But I will ask my editor to definitely put up a trigger warning. And yeah, that I'm sure you all know who John Wayne Gacy was. And yeah, wow. But you know what? Next story, it'll be about unicorns and dandelions killing each other. No, I'm kidding. Unicorns and dandelions are wonderful creatures. But you know what? I will see you soon, and thanks for stopping by. All right, bye now.